Winners and losers have the same goals. There are millions of people who want to make millions of dollars next year. There are millions of people who want to lose 20 pounds next year. And the difference between winners and losers is not the goals that they set, it's the actions that they take. My name is Gavin McHale, and I am a business performance coach. And that means that it's my job to make sure you get what you deserve. I have a brand new book coming out very soon called Consciouspreneur: What to Do When the Hard Work Stops Working. And if you want to get on the pre-sale for that book and get access to a free online course with over 25 videos, training modules, worksheets, all the stuff that my high ticket clients get, click the link below, get free access to that training course. So what we're doing today is we're talking about the difference between winners and losers, because the difference does not lie in the goals that they set. The difference lies in the actions they take and the person that they become. So let's dive in. To understand this, we need to look at what's called the decision-making cycle. Okay. The decision-making cycle starts with an event. This event could be external, something that happens to you, or it could be internal, something you think, something you want to do, a goal that you set. Okay. The event itself is neutral. All events are neutral. It's the beliefs that you hold and the lens through which you view the event that actually give it meaning. Okay. For example, let's say you didn't get a promotion at work. That event is neutral. One person might see it as a sign that they're not a good enough employee and they suck, while another might view it as an opportunity to improve, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to ask questions. It's all about the perspective you choose to take. Okay. The belief or story that you apply to an event is what gives it meaning, right? And that meaning, that belief, triggers an emotion inside of you. Okay. If your belief is that not getting the promotion means you're a failure as a person, you're likely going to feel sadness, frustration, probably anger. On the other hand, if you believe it's a chance to learn and get better, you're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel curious. And you might even use that frustration in a different way, right? As we all know, our actions are driven by emotions. If you've ever taken any sales course or anything like that, our actions are driven by emotions. We make decisions based on how we feel. We then justify those decisions with logic. This is incredibly important to recognize if we're looking to change our actions and change our decisions, right? If we want to change the decisions we're making and we want to change the actions we're taking, we have to look at the emotion. And we essentially have two options. So option one is the one that a lot of people do when they're trying to change their actions or when they're trying to get a different outcome. Okay. They desperately try to create perfect conditions for themselves to take the actions that are in alignment with their goals. For example, if you're trying to lose weight, this might mean removing all the chips from your house, right? Or wearing your gym clothes to bed or whatever. And then you've got to basically pray to God that you can stick with not eating the chips or going to the gym or whatever it is. It can work, but this solution relies heavily on willpower and environment, right? Because what happens if you remove all the chips from your house and you're like, hey, I'm crushing it. And then you go to a party or you go to somewhere that's not your house and there's chips there. Well, if you haven't changed the person you think you are and the stories and the beliefs inside of you, right, earlier in that decision-making cycle, then the actions are, it's going to be very, very hard to avoid the chips, right? And you're likely going to overeat the chips, okay? Because willpower will always succumb to a lack of systems and a lack of belief. So option two, and the better way to take different actions, to make different decisions, and to become a winner who achieves the goals that they set, is much more powerful and sustainable. And that is to change the belief or change the story you're telling about yourself. When you go back further in the decision-making cycle and shift your beliefs and shift your stories, you change the emotions that you feel, and you make the previously difficult actions much easier to take consistently, regardless of the environment, regardless of anything else going on outside of you, right? So if you're someone who has chosen to believe that you value your health and fitness, eating healthy, eating just a handful of chips instead of eating all of the chips is going to be much easier than if you're someone who still believes they can't control themselves around chips and you've just removed them from your house, right? Eating healthy, exercising, and all that becomes a natural part of who you are and what you do when you have a belief that you're someone who values your health and your fitness. You don't have to force yourself to do it. So let's get back to it. The real difference between winners and losers lies in the actions that they take, the decisions that they make, and ultimately the person they become. And the easiest way to change the actions you're taking and the decisions you're making is to change the beliefs and the stories that you have about yourself, who you are, your identity, and how you fit into the world. If you change your internal story, you transform how you feel, you change the actions that you take. So, the best way to stay out of the loser category and put yourself into the winner category, someone who achieves their goals, someone who achieves scary, big, audacious goals, is to change the stories that you're telling yourself in here. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you want to get on the pre-sale for the Consciouspreneur book and get the free access to Consciouspreneur Academy, click the link below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.